Alright, welcome to Chaka Quantics. In this tutorial we'll be talking about wall finishes part 2. In the previous class we talked about wall finishes and floor finishes. Here we talked about tiling to walls, screeding to floors, and then different kind of tiles application. Alright, in this video we'll be talking about wall finishes also, but with respect to POP Wall Screed and then painting of different kinds. So let's quickly dive into it. Now a plastered wall basically requires POP Wall Screed to give it a smooth surface for a beautiful painting outcome. Alright, and a POP Wall Screed is a combination of POP cement, POP paint, and the POP bond all put together gives us a POP wall putty. Alright, so 20 kg of POP wall putty costs 20,000 naira. Alright, so that 1 kg of course divided by 20 costs 1,000 naira. 1 kg of POP wall putty covers 1.104 square meters. Alright, so that 1 square meter requires 0.91 kg. Alright, this is what I did there. This is 1 divided by 1.104. Alright, so that gives us 0.91. That's how this got this 0.91 here. Alright, so this is basically what is represented here, 0.91, 1,000 naira per kg. If I multiply, I have 910. Transportation and waste 55% each. That's this, that. Alright, so if I add, it gives me 1001. Now we need consumables, right? The brush for application, the vat, and all. And we allowed 150 naira for it. Now we need a skilled workman for the application, and for a skilled workman it requires 0.35 hour to cover 1 square meter at 937.5 naira per hour. This is this. A skilled workman, if you also our previous videos, 500 naira. This per day. For 1 hour we divide by 8, that gives us this. Alright, so 0.35 times that gives us 328. So this gives us the labor aspect. Now let me remind us again that every rate analysis has 3 major components. We have the material component, we have the labor component, we have the profit and overhead. And I always say if machines or equipment are used, those are also considered. But 3 major: material, labor, profit, and overhead. So this is the material and labor part. The summation gives us 1479.13. then we add withholding tax. Now let me clarify something on withholding tax again. Withholding tax is only applicable to registered companies. I'll say it again, it's only applicable to registered companies. Alright, not for an individual working for an individual. Alright, both of them not registered. Please, you don't need to add withholding tax. You're preparing analysis for a friend or for somebody that wants to erect a bungalow for a client. You're not registered, neither is the client. Right? Please don't add withholding tax. Only for registered organizations. So please take note. We have profit and overhead, and we have this. Alright, so we go straight to painting. Emulsion paint. Now 20-liter drum of emulsion paint costs 117,500 naira, and 20-liter 1 liter of emulsion paint will cover about 10 to 15 square meters. So we're working with 11 here. Number of coats, let's say 3 coats, 1 undercoat and 2 finishing coats. All right, now 1 undercoat, 2 finishing coats where POP is not yet applied. But when POP is applied, you only need the POP, then 2 coats. right? one coat and then the finishing coat to give you a bright outcome. Please take note. Right, and even some cases where no other work is done, or works are already completed, just one POP Wall Screed and one paint, you get an amazing outcome. But most times two gives you a better outcome. All right, so this is quantity of paint required, right, per square meter. Is how it is calculated. 1 square meter times 3 coats, right, times 1.2. Wow, how did you get 1.2 here? Now remember, when you get a paint, water is applied. It's thick, so you need to apply water to make it fluid enough for application, right? So the addition of water increases the quantity by 20%. That's why you see here 1.2. all right, take note. So this we get here 0.33. all right, so this is basically what we have here. 20 liter drum, 117,500. Could be more in the current market because the market now is very volatile. Now cost of paint is 5.8 per liter. All right, so 0.33 liters at 5.875. I multiply, I have 1,922 naira 73 kobo. I add waste, tools and others, that gives me that 10%. This is material component. Now the labor component, output per day for one skilled labor is 30 square meter. I've got one skilled labor has been paid 7,500 naira per day. Right, so if I divide, I get it per square meter. 75 divided by 30, that gives us this. All right, so we now know the material. Now we know the labor. We sum them together, material plus labor. This is material, this is labor. 2115, 2115. all right, so add them up, that gives us this. So add withholding tax. Remember, I already explained the concept of withholding tax, and then we add profit and overhead. Third, and I said profit and overhead is relative from company to company. Some, because they want the job, they put it at 10%. Some, they have so many jobs. If you give me, I take. If you don't give me, keep it to yourself. They keep withholding profit and overhead at 40-50%, as high as that. All right, it is relative from firm to firm, from company to company. Please let us take notes. All right, gloss paint. Now, a 10 gallon, that is 4 liter of gloss paint. All right, covers 13 square meter. Right, okay, 13 to 18 square meter. I have it here. All right, so 13 square meter. Number of coats 2. For the same thing we did here, the same thing we did in emulsion. All right, that gives us 0.18. 4 liter gallon of gloss paint costs 29,000. Now cost per liter is 7.2. I just divided by 4. Okay, that's what is represented here. Times 0.18. Add waste, tools and others, say 15%. This gives me the material. All right, now the labor component output per day is 25%, or like in emulsion, that is 30%. So for 1 square meter, 75 divided by 25. All right, so we get the material now and the labor. We add them up together, and then we add withholding tax. I already explained that. Then we add profit and overhead. All right, then Texcoat paint. All right, Texcoat, that gives you the rough finish after painting. Now the gloss gives you the shiny, all right, shiny finish after painting. Okay, the same thing is applicable to the gloss. Is also applicable. The emulsion, the gloss, also applicable here in the Texcoat. We are going for 2 coats. All right, 20 liter of drum of Texcoat at 24,000 naira. For per liter divided by that, we have 8,200 naira. The same thing is applicable. Same thing we did in the previous is what's applicable here. For our transport, waste and all, 15%. That gives us this, the material component. The labor component, same thing as the emulsion, 30 square meter. per day at 7,500. If I divide, that gives me 250. We have the material and the labor part now. All right, so we add them together, material and labor, add withholding tax 5%, then profit and overhead 30%. So this is basically what we have for today's tutorial: POP Wall Screed and painting of various kind. I hope this helps you both in your academics and in your professional career. All right, these classes are a guide. If you want to use any of our templates, all you need to do, what is the current material price at that time, just change the material price and you see every other thing changes automatically, and then you get the rate for that item of work. It is Chaka Quantics. Do want to visit our channel, watch, like, subscribe, comment. I want to tell you, you will not be disappointed by Chaka Quantics. I'll see you guys in the next video. I've not been posting in a while. Work has been great. Forgive me. Work has been so great. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.